Hello, thank you for having me. My name is Tunde Adeparusi. First of all, I'm a Nigerian, a native of Ado-Ekiti. I'm an art lover, I'm an art promoter. Apart from these, I'm also a security professional and a researcher in criminology at PhD level. I have three children, a girl and two boys whom I love so passionately, and we can be referred to as best friends. So please also permit me to introduce the platform we use for all our artistic expressions. So Batsado Nigeria, I'm the MD of Batsado Nigeria. Batsado Nigeria is an indigenous company, and our mission is to continue to enhance environment. How do I mean? By adding values to existing social spaces while creating innovative ambiences and promoting globally receptive environmental outlooks. Our clientele includes private individuals, corporate organizations, and the government. Okay, what art means to me. Thank you for the question. I must say that art is life. To me, art is life. As a matter of fact, there is no aspect of our lives that does not have a reflection of art, if you agree with me. Even the human body exemplifies art in its totality. Just take a look at the human body. Take a look at myself. I mean the external features like the head, my head. Look at the mouth, the lips, the nose, the ears. You know, the eyebrow, for men beards and a mustache, and then of course this white strand, you know, on my chin here. You know, it's all. I mean, it's all art. You know, and I remember. While in secondary school, I did biology, and of course, you could see the arrangement of those internal organs. You know, the liver, the small intestine, the large intestine, the heart. You know, the brain. You know, all these are artistic expressions. You know, the same goes for animals and plants, and then many, many of which are beautifully and artistically arranged. I must say. You know, moreover. Just look at the solar system. You know, I did a bit of geography in secondary school. I remember we taught a little bit about the solar system, the Milky Ways, the galaxies, you know, and of course those beautiful planetary bodies, you know, from the Mercury, which I think considered is the closest to the sun, and the last one, which is smallest, which is like Pluto. I mean, but among these planetary bodies, I remember there's a particular one that I found so fascinating, and that's Saturn. You know, Saturn has these layers of ring around it, you know, and then, you know, makes it so beautiful. You know, it's not just a beauty. You know, all these, you know, are a work of art, I must say. So God himself is a master artist, you know, who conceived the idea of the universe, which he created, you know, through his imagination before betting it to life. You know, my kind of art. Yes, I actually appreciate all forms of artistic expressions. How do I mean? Please understand that there are traditional categories within art. You know, these include literature, you know, visual art, you know, and other forms. But literature, I give you an example: poetry, drama, stories, and so on. And then the visual art, you know, this includes painting, you know, sculptures, you know, architectural drawings and other designs and other forms of visual, you know, expression, you know, which are considered decorative in nature, you know. And then I'm sure there are much more. I'm not an authority in the field, so I can't delve into it so comprehensively, you know. But where art is concerned, I have no preference. That said, I would like to mention that particularly I love abstract. I love when opinions, ideas, tradition, culture, languages, environments, people, and things generally are expressed or communicated through this medium. Hence, one could enjoy perspectives of what I call a cosmopolitan crowd, without, on the same subject or theme without bias, if you know what I mean. This is what art does. It's a universal unifier that validates everybody's view, on a particular subject. This is the beauty of art. So I can boldly submit to you that there's no bad art, although there can be a bad perception of art depending on who is involved. But if you love art, you will only see good art, I must say. Okay, how I use art to tell the African story. Okay, we use art, in Basado to tell the African story by employing the various mediums of art available in composing and highlighting the African tradition, culture, values, ideals, history, and so on. All these, and of course, much more, do reflect in our art. In our works of art. So let me give you an example. Just imagine a painting or a sculpture of a man with a local calabash, climbing a palm tree, with a fastened rope tied around, his waist, and then, in order to collect palm wine. You would agree with me that this is actually a typical reflection, of an African culture, so to speak. Or let me look for another example that you could identify with. Okay, just imagine a painting of a man who dons a red cap with a white feather by the side. I'm very, very sure that you'll be quick to think of people from the southeastern part of Nigeria, right? These are good examples of how we use our art to tell a story, or how one can actually use the art, a medium of art, to spread the beauty of the African tradition or culture across to other cultures, for acknowledgement and then appreciation, of our ideas, values, and history. Okay. Okay, our latest work. Okay. Thank you very much. Our latest project was recently unveiled at the newly commissioned International Airport Terminal in Ikeja. If you go to the departure level of the new terminal, there are two giant interactive artistic installations there. These two artistic elements are considered to be a major component of the aesthetic profile of the interiors of a new edifice. And I must say that we are very proud to have been involved in this project. I mean, in the beautification of a new international airport, Lagos. And these projects have not only added so much value to the newly built international airport, but they've also proven to the world that beauty can come out of our great country, Nigeria, without importing it. So the theme for the first element is the Lagos Pyramid. This was determined at the point of its design when the pyramid shape concept was adopted for it. So its components are a combination of paintings, reflective glasses, firmly held in place to the ground by metal frames, which run through a wooden platform, and these are all carefully arranged with precision to form the pyramid shape that you see there. Let me also say that the composition of these well-aligned paintings, are symbolic of activities and culture of Lagos and the people of the state. There's something fascinating about this piece is the fact that the travelers and people who visit the airport can actually interact closely. How do I mean? They can walk in between the pyramid, they can walk across the platform, this platform, they can walk in between and walk across it, and go, in between. Children can, they can even do hide and seek in it. So gone are the days when art could only be appreciated from a distance. Where what we are doing now is that we are inventing innovative artistic ideas so that people can appreciate and then more importantly enjoy art, unlike before. So the second element actually called the giant drum. The giant drum. This concept also derived its names from the point of design, and as the name implies, the drum is giant. It's very giant. So if you take a look at this interesting piece, you'll see a perfect image of a particular drum, a type of drum, which is commonly, is quite common in the southwestern Nigeria. For example, the Yorubas call this drum gongo. It's a traditional talking drum. Just like the Lagos Pyramid, travelers also who visit the airport can interact closely with this piece. They can sit, walk across and sit within the drum. If you have noticed, we made arrangement for sitting, within the drum. We made provision for that. So those are the two pieces that we executed recently. How we came about the concept. Well, let me clearly state that decisions on projects of this magnitude is usually collaborative in nature. That said, let me quickly also say that art has two faces. Well, this is not, it's not a general theory. This is my own theory. Art has two phases. One is the creative phase, and the second phase of art is innovative. When you hear the common definition of art as being a personal expression of an individual about his environment and as it appears to his senses. This is just one phase of art defined, which is its creative phase, but the ability of an individual to use his power of imagination to birth a conceived ideas of others, to birth the conceived ideas of others into reality, or physical reality, so to speak, is what I refer to as innovation. So therefore, where the idea of this widely applauded project is concerned, these two main phases of art have been carefully employed. And sometimes you see that a client may want we have an idea of what he or she wants, to do, but we as professionals would come in and then, of course, help fine-tune the idea, and what's important is that the idea comes to life, and then both parties are satisfied. So I can tell you that where the idea of this innovative work is concerned, this process has been carefully considered. Okay, yes, the process commenced at the point where when the idea was conceived, up to the point of installations, I must say. We were very careful to ensure that we did not go off the parameters, precision, more importantly, the visual design model, which we created and used as a guide for excellent execution of the two projects. Although this is an art project, but I cannot deny the fact that we also engaged engineering and architectural prowess to achieve it. For example, you want to ensure that the structure of what you are building is well fortified, if you know what I mean. So this aspect may not it may not be determined by art knowledge alone, you know, an ample amount of engineering knowledge is also very required, you know, if you know what I mean. So that said, please permit me to also state that every piece of materials used from the design stage up to the final installation was locally sourced. You know, nothing came from China. Nothing came from the United States of America. Nothing came from outside of Nigeria. And then let me also say that you know, everyone involved in this project, you know, it was myself inclusive, are all Nigerians. All of us are Nigerians. So we are proud to say that we made it happen. And then it's much appreciated by all and sundry. And then we are happy, we are grateful to our clients who gave us the opportunity to demonstrate what we can do. And then so my hobby or passion. I think it's both, really. I think it's both. I believe for a fact that it is not possible for anybody to attain success or achieve a milestone in something they are not passionate about, or something that cannot be considered to be a hobby of some sort. This is particularly impossible. It's impossible, in my opinion. For example, there was a book I read, I think is the title of the book now, if I can recall, is Human Psychology. There's a term called coloring. Excuse me. This is when desire, belief, love come together to form that irresistible, all-powerful laser beam concentration that enables you to achieve your goal. You know, in other words, you cannot record success in any area without commitment. And you will agree with me that commitment is also driven by passion. So when so when I say success, how do I mean? You know, success to me is when preparation meets opportunity to enjoy what you do and to be able to give the service that people truly need and want in life. So for me, art is not just a hobby. You know, it's a ready-made instrument which I often employ, you know, to carry out my daily activities. You know, I can boldly tell you that even in my articles, you know, in my poems and so on, art there's a reflection of art, you know, in all that I do. As a matter of fact, you cannot be a poet without being a born artist. You know, as you can see, art and I are inseparable. Yes. Ah, okay. Well, everything inspires me, really. Everything inspires me. When I say everything, I mean the good, the bad, and the ugly. Every event of my life, defined by these three, has inspired me to do good justice to a work of art. Not necessarily as an expression on a canvas, so to speak, but oftentimes as an expression with the use of a pen on a paper. So with the use of pen on paper, and you can see this is defining the poetic part of me. So I use poem as a medium of my artistic expression also. This is a form of art. Remember, I explained to you earlier on that literature, I mean, this is one of the major components of art. Literature is a form of art. So for me, every experience, either good or bad, is consciously, or do I say, is intentionally converted into positive energy, so which I use, as a form of expression, I mean, that people can read and enjoy. So art is not only, I can say that art is the only medium that has helped me to achieve this. I can say that boldly. Yeah. Yeah, my advice is very simple. It's very simple. I often tell people, keep doing what you're passionate about. Keep doing what you love to do. Don't give up. Whatever you feed in secret will surely grow and someday become visible to all and sundry. When you find a hot coal, when you find a hot coal relentlessly, it will soon burst into flames. Your passion is the hot coal. The flame is what the world out there is waiting to see. That's my advice. Once again, thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Thank you. Bye.